Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's Trend Talks in our series of Connect 2021 events. My name is Simon Kitson. I'm the Smart Meetings Director for Maverick in Europe. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by Eli de May, who has joined us from Bose. Eli, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Simon. Thanks for receiving me.
Not at all.
Pleasure to be here.
We all know Bose as what I would call an aspirational, high-quality brand, and with most of the business that we see is perhaps in the consumer space. How does that differ when it comes to Bose work?
Bose always has been a vision that they wanted to deliver quality, on every product, but also the ease of use. So Bose work line of products, we expanded to make it easier within the enterprise world, that it becomes easier to deploy conferencing solutions across an entire enterprise, local, global, national, whatever the setup, and that it helps the teams to get more done, but also reduce the call volume, and at least at their experience, they have the best experience.
Sure. No, it makes sense. And I love the story of how Bose is set up as an organization and its involvement with MIT. Could you tell us a little bit more about that and how Bose is created?
So Bose was created by, they call it Dr. Amar Bose in 1964, so way before me. Maybe I have the looks, but it's way before me. Anyway, what he decided at the long run is to not donate, but partially donate a part of the company towards MIT, the Boston University, and that has a shareholder of Bose as a company. So at that time, we also see the investments on audio quality, students. It's a mix between the two, and it keeps us, how to say it correctly, safe for anyone that wants to purchase Bose as a company. He has a difficulty, he needs first to purchase MIT University.
Wow. No, it's a great idea, and I guess you also get access to some of the sharpest technological brains in the world as well with that tie-up with MIT. So the product you have is a Videobar, and we've kind of had lots of products where you have an independent camera, you have independent speakers, or you have a camera with built-in speakers and microphones. And why a Videobar, Eli? What is the purpose of a Videobar, do you feel?
So for me, it was the purpose on the Videobar. It's like an all-in-one solution where you have the speakers, the microphones, the camera, also the demand on network connectivity. Can we manage the device, or can we control the device from a distance, because everything is dispersed in every way now. So, but what we also said, for example, the products we have, or what Bose stands for in the consumer world, the quality, the experience, and the ease of use, that we wanted to bring into the office environment or B2B environment, especially because people are now looking for quality. Before COVID, I think virtual meetings lasted 1 hour, and you could count them in a week how many meetings you had, because it's no longer a one-time product that you use from time to time, but now it's really becoming a work tool that you use every day, but several times a day.
No, I absolutely agree with that. Definitely. And the other bit I like about video bars, collaboration bars, whatever the terminology that you use for it is, it gives you that meeting room table space back as well. You know, everything is taken care of at the screen, and for me it's a bit more natural to be looking at the screen rather than talking into something that's on the desktop in front of you. You know, you can talk naturally, you can hear naturally, you can be looking at what's how people are reacting on the screen, or you can be looking at the content that's being shared. So I totally get the idea behind it.
Yes, so next in line is Zoom, then Google to follow. So the certifications will be announced, I think, in a later stage, March, June. So on all Bose work devices, the Microsoft Teams, okay, the accreditation. But as we know, this technology moves around so quickly, and we see platforms popping up left and right. So it will depend what the end users will go for, or the customers. But especially what I wanted to say is what Bose Work was meant to do, or what we are putting in place, is to bring the Bose technologies and the engineering process to the conferencing industry. So we seek to bring its simplicity, but especially the clarity of the voices to that we know into these calls. So again, we are aiming what we are seeing on the certifications, what people demand, or what the B2B environment is adopting quite quickly, but to be on there and to deliver them the best experience on whatever the platform.
Great. No, I think it's great that you're building those partnerships moving forward, and as well as the platform partnerships. I've seen some announcements recently on hardware partnerships as well. So you're tied up with Barco and with Sennheiser, I believe, so far. Are there any other hardware partners that you're likely to work with moving forward?
So yes, so I think with Sennheiser we are the longest evolved on the special ES1 bundle, the ceiling mics. The Barco on the ClickShare to become really a strategic partner, to really cooperate together as much as possible. But on the others, the next in line will be HP with the HP Slice portfolio to jump on that. It will also be announced, I think, beginning of March. So we are getting there, setting everything up. Everything will be certified. But there are others in line that we are reviewing, testing, but not yet announcing. So we have, demands. So how do I say it? Our alliance manager has a lot of work to do.
It's a real refreshing approach that the world is taking now, and vendors are taking now to look at ways to work together, to develop their mutual businesses. It used to be very much, we need an audio product, so we'll go and make one. We need a camera, so we'll go and make one. We need a sharing device, so we'll go and make one. Now there really is some great alliances happening between some of the world's strongest brands, which is really, really nice to see. And ultimately that gives the end customer a much greater choice, which is brilliant. Best in class partnerships, and a good choice for the end user.
What we are known for, or especially, is on the audio quality. So that's what you can expect from the Bose Videobar. The microphones that are in there are quite unique, as a unique selling point, to say it. We outperform, not competition, but we don't want to see any clutter on the meeting room table. So the microphones, they need to do what you experience if we announce from huddle rooms to medium-sized meeting rooms. The camera, everything concerning the camera was developed in-house. First version that you have seen on ISC, we wanted to improve even the image quality. So that's why it took longer. We adapted the new lens in there, so it's another experience than what people have seen at ISC. So again, bringing that level a little bit higher. And I can go on single cable connectivity, network management. Also on the design, people forget about it. It's implementing it with other solutions in that room, the screens, the touchpads, or whatever that's existing or non-existing, we need to integrate it. And on the design and everything, so it doesn't take any space. You forget about the technology in the room or the user, At least he looks at the screen, everything is in there, it's nice and smooth, above the screen, under the screen, and you don't fix on the technology, like you said. Bring your own device. If we look again, that we say what's the customer thinking or what the customer prefers, but then really it's more within the customer, the end user that comes into the meeting room or wherever he wants to be. So they are looking again to expect more the daily device that they use, whatever they have, that to bring it in a meeting room, simple connect, one connection, and it works. So you don't have to do the tweaking, or because most of the meeting rooms that we started or meetings that we started, the problem was something's going wrong. Finally, you lost 10 minutes quite easily of your booked meeting of 1 hour. So here it needs to be simple. So yes, I believe in the simple cable connection, plug and play, and it does what it needs to do.
Yeah. No, that's great. I mean, from my perspective and from Maverick's positioning, we do see a big opportunity with bring your own meeting, bring your own device.
In first instance, my answer would be stick to what we know, the 6 meters microphone pickup. And it will always depend, so never forget, and especially for the AV integrators, they will know about it, is how to say, every meeting room is different. The ceiling height, glass, the acoustics of the room. So that will always have an impact on a device. So if we have to put it on paper, we stick what we've set on the paper, but can it be in a larger meeting room? Yes, you can try, but no guarantees. We don't know the environment, the meeting room environment. Each room is different. So what we set on paper is what we are behind with, that we stick to it.
Yeah.
The other ones, always welcome to set up a demo, try it before we see that we learn what we can do. But I say stick to the paper. We want that people have the experience, the out-of-the-box experience, to be prime, what they expect from a Bose. So that's why we install the latest firmware upgrades even. In there, we check everything, because maybe in the slides we don't talk about a lot on the accessories that are in there, that are already included in the box. It's like a table mount, wall mount, the remote, even the batteries. Today it's exceptional that you have batteries included. But even the USB-C to A converter is in the box, the necessary screws. So everything is in there. So you have a complete solution in one. As an accessory on the side, I think we only have 2 options. It's a VESA mount if you want to fix it to your screen or under the screen or above the screen, and another kind of cable. So it's really what you pay. You have it all in a box.
There's some great questions coming through. Are there any exclusive technologies integrated into the VB1? We know a lot from Bose that you do patent your own products and your own technologies. Is there anything in the VB1?
Well, there will be something in there that's proper to Bose.
You could tell us, but you'd have to kill us afterwards, yeah?
Yeah, first sign the NDAs and then we will talk into depth.
Okay.
But what we can show, you have even on the YouTube channels and whatever, you have the videos where it goes a little bit deep dive on the technology, what's in the device, that you can see the famous racetrack drivers known from the Bose soundbar consumer environment. So yes and no. So on the front, you will not see any difference. Inside the machine, if you open it, the warranty is 2 years. If we see that you unscrewed it, it's out of warranty. No. Honestly, yes and no. We have a list available where you can say, okay, can you work with USB extenders, powered USB extenders? So yes. So we can provide that list. So we tested already some brands left and right where we say, okay, this is because the 5 meters perfect. but we will always know the middle of the table where we want to get, going down, under the floor or ceiling, whatever you want to do. It's never enough, even 10 meters. But beware, it's already 5 meters. 5 meters is already quite a length.
Yeah.
But list will be provided.
Okay, great.
Keep in mind, so Bose Professional had direct resellers, so direct relations. So going towards you guys as a distribution model, yeah, it shook a little bit the people up, especially that Bose initially said, okay, we will give access to our direct resellers, but at some point they had a review and saying, okay, how to address the market, what is the end user or the customer thinking, how is his buying process? Especially if it comes to the large integrated meeting rooms, they still see their AV integrators to get the special tweaks. And there are a lot of rooms on that cases. But on the other one, you have a lot of standard huddle rooms, which you said there's nothing in there, not even a screen. So they want a basic setup, but a quick setup. So that's why we said when we went for a distribution model to address every end customer that has that access. Maybe their buying modus is completely different. They look from the IT side, from the network and the platforms, and then they look at the endpoint. So that's why, and we know IT integrators or AV integrators, our existing relations, they work already together. So at some point we want to give it to get as much reach as possible. And we looked at 2 partners for entire Europe, where we only will stay with these 2 partners because it was also a criteria for us. What's the skills from a tech data? What's their vision? How do you see the smart meeting room evolving? So that was one of the major choices why we also went for a distribution model, but with a selected like tech data.
Great. Eli, that's been really interesting. I've enjoyed talking to you today. It's been really informative. I hope we've addressed all the questions that everybody's posted, and I do appreciate everybody for attending today. I think we're going to run a short video just to finish off, but thank you so much for your time and attention. And like I say, the products are coming into stock in the next week or two, so get your orders on and we'll be happy to deliver them as soon as possible.
And like the Americans always say in US, they always say sell like hell, so go for it.
Yeah. Thanks, Eli. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.